Okay, people, I'm back. Alright. Remember I said on the videos yesterday I'm gonna go through the Bible and find them scriptures? I did. And I did a video earlier about the woman that he left me for. And I've talked off and on about it. This will be my last one on this one, I think. I found the scriptures. Now, this is not to insult her or anyone. I'm going to read, I marked the ones that the Lord had given me all them years ago, and I'm going to read them. Some may say, well, what good would it do? Well, I want Steve's family, at least, I want his family to know what God gave me all them years ago. It's not been easy doing these videos. Believe me, it's not easy. Not easy. Okay, welcome to my channel. You're always welcome to my channel. Now, this is the verses. I've got them marked. I might have left out a couple, but I got the main ones that he wanted me to read. Okay. Alrighty, chapter 5. Proverbs, chapter 5. Verses 1. I'll just read the ones I've marked, okay? Alright. This doesn't give me pleasure doing this, believe me. It does not give me pleasure. It's just very sad that he wouldn't listen. He never even got to know what the verses were, I don't suppose. Alright, chapter 5, warning against immortality. Okay. Verse 1. My son, attend unto my wisdom, and bow thine ear to my understanding, that thou mayest regard discretion, and that thy lips may keep knowledge. 3. For the lips of a strange woman drop as a honeycomb, and her mouth is smoother than oil. But her end is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. Alright. Her feet go down to death, her steps take hold on hell. Now, him and her were both baptized. Before he got sick, they were both baptized. That I am thankful for. That I'm thankful for. Okay. Alright. Here we go. Verse number 8. Remove thy way far from her, and come not nigh the door of her house, lest thou give thine honor unto others, and thy years unto the cruel. Lest strangers be filled with thy wealth, and thy labors be in the house of a stranger. 11. And thou mourn at the last, when thy flesh and thy body are consumed. How did Steve, what pain did he go through? It's sad. Alright, 12. And say, how have I hated instruction, and my heart despised reproof? 13. And have not obeyed the voice of my teachers, nor inclined mine ear to them that instructed me. In other words, I tried to get word to him, what the Lord gave me, the verses. I tried to get word to him. Okay. 14. I was almost in all evil in the midst of the congregation and assembly. Okay. Exhortation and fidelity in marriage. 15. Drink waters out of thine own cistern, and running waters out of thine own well. Let thy fountains be dispersed abroad, and rivers of waters in the streets. 17. Let them be only thine own, and not strangers with thee. 18. Let thy fountain be blessed, and rejoice with the wife of thy youth. 19. Let her be as the loving hind and pleasant roe. Let her breasts satisfy thee at all times, and be thou ravished always with her love, exhilarated with her love. And why wilt thou, my son, be ravished with a strange woman, and embrace the bosom of a stranger? 21. For the ways of man are before all the eyes of the Lord, and he pondereth all his goings. Okay. And then I've marked chapter 6, warning of adultery. 20. Verse 20. My son, keep thy father's commandment, and forsake not the law of thy mother. See if I marked any over here. Yes, I have. Okay, this is chapter 6. Alright, 23. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, and reproofs of instruction are the way of life. 24. To keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman. Lust not after her beauty in thine heart, neither let her take thee with her eyelids. With her eyelids. Alright, now this is the next verse. Now I'm not calling anybody a whore. A good friend of mine, a good friend of mine and Steve's, told me, he's gone now, told me that she was a viper or viperess with deadly venom. There goes those goosebumps. Okay, 26. For by means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread, and the adulteress will hunt for the precious life. Okay, now that's the main verses. The main verses. I love this. Let thy fountains be blessed, and rejoice with the wife of thy youth. Let her be as the loving hind and pleasant roe. R-O-E. Let her breast satisfy thee at all times, and be thou ravished always with her love, exhilarated. And why wilt thou, my son, be ravished with a strange woman, and embrace the bosom of a stranger? All these verses. And back at that time, I wasn't completely right with the Lord. But yet He gave me the verses, these verses. And like I said, I wrote to his sister Lenora. It was like a poem. The web of deceit, lies and deceit. And I asked her to send that back to me, because that's the only copy I had, but I never got it back. But I don't know what she did with it. So that's what I wanted to read. That's what I wanted to read. And I will drop the subject now of Joyce's father. I will drop that subject. This was not done. This was not done to call her any names. She's been through a lot. She had. She's been through a lot. She has a lot that she has to deal with, that she's had to deal with. Because Steve, in his last year or two, he went downhill fast. And I always said he did not deserve to have to go through all that hell that he went through, the sickness. He went through enough through all them years. 21, 22 years with me, and then 18 years with her. He endured enough. But it's not for us to question. But he's out of his pain. He's out of his pain now. Bless his heart, he's out of his pain. And I don't mean any disrespect. I don't mean it that way. Because I know that she loved him. In her own way, she loved him too. But I was trying to get the point across. He was a married man. And she set her eyes on him to devour him. And that's exactly what she did with the help of his mother. And like I say, I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing any of this out of revenge or nothing like this. It's tying up loose ends before the Lord comes and get some truth out there. The main people that needs to know the truth will hear it and see it on these videos. Patty, Lenora, Steve's dad, Glenn, John and Jenny, Mike and Joe. None of you really knew. That's what I said. None of you knew some truths, and a lot of people doesn't understand social anxiety disorders. A lot of people doesn't understand that, and that's what was wrong with me too. As with I'm stuttering. That's what was wrong with me as well as my loss of my twins. A lot I had to deal with. So we're up to 11 minutes and 15 seconds. I've been feeling very strongly this last few days, especially, that I needed to get I needed to get back on here and say some more on my series about Joyce's father. Rest his soul, bless his heart. And I said before on the videos that I'm sorry for my part. I didn't realize a lot of what I was doing back then. I didn't realize a lot. But I loved Steve Drummond very much. I loved him. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. I would never wish that, as in having a bad panic attack. You don't know what they are unless you've actually experienced them. So on that note, it's 12 minutes and 22 seconds. So I'm going to get off of here for tonight. And I was gonna do play some songs or something, but I'll do that tomorrow. I've done 2 videos today, or 3, was it 3? 2, I think. So please take this, what all I have said, not revenge, no, because everybody was hurt by Steve's illness, and then ultimately his death, from all the hell that he went through in different ways. Things he went through with me, things he went through with her. No wonder he got the different diseases he did. Even if that was caused from the brain stem cell, a lot of that other stuff, I think, attributed or contributed to other things that went wrong with him too. I still say it. I believe it's true. The man just, it can make you physically sick. When you're ate up inside with something, it can turn inward and make a person physically sick. I've said this before. When that man left me, he still loved me. But he was literally ripped away from me and convinced, I should say, to take my daughter in the web of lies and deceit of the strange woman. It takes me back to way back when I was 16, well 17, when I was with that other man, the older man. The words that this woman told me on the phone when I was with this other man. Someday, mark my words, Gloria, someday I'm going to get you. Mark my words. I'm going to take something of yours. She was just a young teenage girl, younger than me. She told me that on the phone. Mark my words. Someday. Someday. And that was way back in 1970. 71. Late 70s, 71, somewhere along. It was back when I was with that older man, the first man that I got mixed up with. I've got to go. I've got to go.